what's going on. So listen, I want to talk about something that's a pretty hot topic right now. Everybody's discussing, but I got kind of a little bit of a different perspective on it than like 99% of what I hear people saying. So I want to share with you guys and, see what you guys think. And you guys can comment below and tell me what your theory is on this whole thing. But like the title says, of course, we're talking about the Covington Catholic High School kids versus the Native American with the Hebrew Israelites thrown in the mix. So anyways, I'm feeling like I kind of fell for the bait. I'm feeling like, I was kind of what they call a useful idiot in the like Masonic circles and stuff. Not to start trying to go too far out into some conspiracy theory, New World Order. I'm not going to start talking about reptilians, but just bear with me for a minute. Now, I'm a conservative, so like it's the liberals that were taken for a ride. That's what we see on the surface level. All the liberals fell for this, they got all outraged, and then it came out that it was fake news. So now it's the liberals that are looking stupid, and they got to walk back all the things they were saying about these kids, right? But as me myself being, a libertarian and a conservative, I feel like I also was taken for a ride. I think I also fell for the bait because I got to start asking myself, why do they keep pushing this fake news? Is it just incompetence? Like, because, if you look at it, either they're just incompetent at their job and they're just in a rush to be the first on the scene with the news story. So they keep getting proved on to be wrong with fake news, or there's something more sinister at hand, is that they're purposely trying to divide the country. And that's what I think. But now I'm starting to think maybe it's even one step further than that. See, I was thinking they're trying to divide the country by pushing these stories that will stir up racial strife, right? But I was thinking they were just pushing the fake news because they didn't have any chance to push any real stories. So as soon as a fake story comes out there, they just jump on it and push that because maybe at the moment they didn't have a real story that could stir up racial strife. But now I'm starting to think it's more to it than that. It's deeper than that. I'm thinking that they're probably skipping over real stories and purposely picking fake stories because they know this is not going to just stir up the liberals, but it's also going to stir up the conservatives. This is not only going to stir up the black people, but it's also going to stir up the white people. Now, let me explain what I'm saying. Okay, for instance, I remember like 5 years ago, there was a black man in New York, I believe it was Staten Island, and I can't remember his name at the moment, but he was a big man and he was selling bootleg cigarettes, and a police officer, looked like some MMA wannabe, some little short, stocky, real jerk looking dude, ended up choking this man out for selling bootleg cigarettes. He choked this man out and killed him. And now everybody said this man was just a gentleman. He sold bootleg cigarettes. I mean, this is not deserving of the death penalty, not even close. Now, the media didn't push this out there like that. Why is that? Now, this is the perfect example of something that could be a good chance of racism and most definitely police brutality. See, the reason I'm thinking they're not pushing the real stories and instead choosing fake stories is because this is actually something that would unite people. This is something that would get people on both sides mad. White people and black people could unite in their anger against something that is truly wrong. Conservatives and liberals can unite on something like this. So I think they're purposely skipping over stories like that and pushing these fake stories so that, like, let's just show what happened. Okay, I first became aware of the story when I seen it shared on my Instagram feed. There was a girl that shared it, and it was a screenshot of the kid that was smirking in the Indian's face. And she was like, look at these devils. And she was just, all these like racial slurs towards the white person. And now this made me say, wait a minute, I didn't even know, I haven't even heard of this story because I don't watch the news. I don't even watch TV unless it's a game. Occasionally, I watch a sports game. So then I started, searching on YouTube what's going on. Then I started seeing all this other footage of it, and this is like the day after it happened. Now, all this footage is available of what really happened. So now I'm getting angry because now, as a white person and as a conservative, I'm saying, wait a minute. She's using all these racial terms towards a white conservative that did nothing wrong. So now this stirs me up and gets me angry. You see what I'm saying? So if it was a case where it was a true news event, a true case of racism or whatever, it wouldn't have made me angry. I would have been angry for the racial attack. I would have been on the same side as her. So, but they don't want to report on stories like that, stories that are going to unite us. It's like a meme I saw shared on Instagram where it showed a white kid and it showed a black kid. And it said underneath it, same judge, sentence on same day, sentence of same crime, white kid 18 months, black kid 24 years. Now, you got to see, like, there's something, called tribalism, where people are going to relate to people who are part of the same group as them. Whatever type of group it is, whether you're a power lifter and I'm a power lifter, whether you're white and I'm white, whether you're black and the other person's black, whether you're a Democrat and they're a Democrat, whatever the situation is, you're young and they're young. There's something called tribalism, and that's just that's ingrained in us from going back to days where there were tribes, and that's how we survived, by linking and sticking together with our tribe. So it's just like in sports. I'm a Jets fan, you're a Patriots fan. We don't like each other. So you see what I'm saying? This plays into this tribalism nature that's ingrained into us. So when I see this, I got to investigate and say, what's going on? This just seems outrageous. Whereas on the other hand, somebody who identifies with the injustice of this might just buy into it right away. Me, I go look into it because it's my group that's being accused of doing something wrong. I look into it and I see the whole thing is false. The whole thing is fake news. So then I go back on there and I let them know, like, yo, this is completely wrong. This is what actually happened. These people had different cases. It was totally different situations. And this kid, white kid, actually snitched and got a plea deal. The black kid kept his mouth shut, so he did the full term. And it was just totally different cases and everything. But you see, what I'm saying here is I think they're purposely sharing fake news. Not the person who shared it on Instagram, but the person who created the meme. The person who originally made the YouTube account that shared this edited footage. The people who originally pushed, like, the case where the young black man charged at the cop and the cop shot him. They pushed that case out there instead of other cases that were truly police brutality. See, they push the ones that, so the people at first who identify with the victim are going to have an emotional response, but the people who identify with the person who's being accused of racism are going to try to dig deeper, and then they're going to be outraged. So now both sides are at each other's throat. All right, well, that's just my perspective on it. I don't usually share political videos, but I'm just going to be putting more content out there. It's not just about the powerlifting. It's about, let's just talk. Let's talk about life, because there's a lot more to life than lifting, but I got a lot of lifting videos coming. I got a lot of things I'm working on right now. I fell back for a little while because I had hurt my back, and I'm going to make videos on that, tell you what happened, and I'm just getting back to it now. I'm getting back to training. I got my basement gym built up, so there's a lot of videos to come, so stay tuned. And let me know what you think about this topic. Comment below.